everyone, this is Rachel Kleiman from rwcrafts.com. I'm here with Hero Arts today to showcase this new Ornate gate cover plate. So when I first receive a brand new intricate die cut like this, I always like to cut it in plain white cardstock first so that I can see where all of the openings really are. Where's the positive elements, the negative elements. It just helps me better understand the die. So that was cut from Dove white cardstock, and I did put some tape on the back to keep the pieces together. Now I will be very lightly spraying it with water, my cardstock, and this is because I will actually be embossing this cover plate before I actually cut it. So by spraying it lightly with water, you're helping the fibers in the paper to not crack when you do such a deep emboss. This is a helpful tip also for your 3D embossing folders that you have in your collection. So I did run this through on the emboss folders. So you'll have to follow the instructions of whatever die cutting machine you have to make sure that, again, you get an emboss and not a cut. So you see there, that worked out very, very well. And with the magic of television, I have a dry cardstock embossed panel here. So you can see the beautiful imprint of this Ornate gate cover plate onto that Dove white cardstock. Very, very pretty. So with the paper piecing that I will be doing with this cover plate, I did die cut from papaya cardstock and peony cardstock. And I also die cut from pitch black cardstock. So I'll be using the pitch black gate frame to glue onto the embossed portion of that pattern. So this will really help me make sure that all the lines are lined up how they're supposed to be. I'll show you what I originally did first. It was actually in the garbage. So first I just cut it and glued it on a flat piece of cardstock, and I could tell instantly that the lines were not straight, the curly portions of the die weren't even, so that's why I decided to emboss first. So this is really going to work almost as like a helpful cheat to make sure that I am gluing this gate portion down exactly as it's intended to be. And this is important because we are paper piecing this die. If you were just using the gate as is, you wouldn't necessarily need to do the embossing step. So I will go down in segments to glue the gate pieces down. With the papaya and the peony cardstock, I'll be making actually a Halloween themed card today, but at the end of the video I will show you how to use this in more of a classic winter or holiday themed card. I also think it would be great for weddings, because then you could tailor the different colors to whatever the wedding colors were for the new couple. So now we are paper piecing, and I'm just going in segments here. I'm doing the entire top bars of the gate, the peony color, and then you'll see how I create a pattern with the papaya color in the middle. And you can really see that by having the embossed line as your guide, you're able to just fit these pieces right in like a puzzle. They really will find their place. It makes it very, very easy. You can do a lot of gluing segments at once, so it really goes by quite quickly. This is also the type of design where you're going to have so many different leftover pieces, so you can alternate the pattern and make a second card, and then you'll have an alternating gate frame, so then you're going to want to make a third card. So it really is one of those dies and designs that you're just going to continue to make more and more of, and you'll see that again at the end of the video, how they all kind of match together. So I have all of my peony pieces glued down, and now I'm adding my papaya. You could also use, if you wanted to do a 3-color combo, then you could alternate the colors on the top, those top gate pieces, and then do a different pattern in the middle. You could get very, very, very creative with this. I was keeping it simple because I knew I had a lot of other cards ahead of me that I wanted to make. So that's the basis of the card, but now I want to make it Halloween themed. We are in September, after all. I know this is intended to be a holiday item, but hey, Halloween is a holiday. It's important. So now I'm using the bat infinity dies. I'm going to cut 3 of the smaller sizes of those bats and then cut them again from pitch black cardstock. I am using my handy compact cutter there that fits so nicely on my desk. And the sentiment that I'm stamping today is from the Halloween Messages stamp set. That's a new release for September. And I'm stamping it in papaya ink. It says beware. I'm keeping it quite simple. And this very handy die is actually from a Ralph Tyndall set. It's from the Essential Messages Stamp and Cut set. So there's a few different, just simple outline dies, like banner dies like this. And again, I'm die cutting that with my compact cutter. I don't want the sentiment to be too overwhelming because then it's going to cover up all the beautiful space that we spent so much time gluing down and cutting. So I do want to give these little bats some eyeballs. So I'm using my handy white gel pen. Even on the smallest little batty bat, they're getting eyeballs. So I am popping this up on foam tape for the sentiment. I'm also putting the bats on foam tape as well, and I'll just add those throughout the card. And you will see how I I have so much of that papaya cardstock pieces left over to the left-hand side. So I'll show you how I did a second card, and you'll again also see the holiday versions coming up as well. So there is the finished panel. I will back it on some pitch black cardstock. Here are my holiday examples. So again, you see that I used the same colors for both cards. They're just in alternating patterns. So that's using Adriatic and Mist and pitch black cardstock. The sentiments were stamped from the Joyful Christmas Messages bundle. Those also come with great matching dies. And for the borders of these, I used the glitter cardstock. So you saw the glitter gold and the glitter white. Now this is the alternate one. I actually used the gate cutout from one of the holiday cards that I had left over, and also cut the bats in the same color. And that one just says trick or treat. But yeah, here's 4 different examples of how to use that ornate gate cover plate. I hope you've been inspired to create your own design. I can't wait to see what you create. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.